In a surprising development, NAB has become the first Australian big bank to cut its mortgage rate. This could have a massive impact if you're a home buyer, so keep watching. NAB has just reduced its 3-year fixed interest rate for people paying principal and interest by 60 basis points, bringing it down to 5.99%. This makes NAB the first major bank to offer a fixed rate for 3 years under 6%. Since COVID, fixed rates have had a pretty big decline in popularity. At their peak in July 2021, 46% of new and refinance loans were on a fixed rate. Today, that number has plummeted to just 1.4%. Is this a strategic move by NAB to attract more people to fix their interest rate? Especially considering all the financial uncertainty around the cash rate at the moment. The Reserve Bank of Australia has kept the cash rate on hold at 4.35%. But predictions vary on which way the rate might go next. NAB themselves forecast the first rate cut will begin in May 2025, while the other major banks like CBA and Westpac predict rates could start cutting as early as November 2024. Persistent inflation and global economic factors mean that while the cash rate has likely peaked, significant rate cuts aren't expected until late 2024 or early 2025. And this is where the risk is. Borrowers need to weigh the uncertainty of rates against the potential of lower variable rates in the future. From what we're seeing, currently the lowest 3-year fixed rate is 5.89%. While most variable rates are around 6%. The decision to go with fixed or variable rates still remains a bit of a gamble, but I suppose the benefit of a fixed rate is it gives you certainty around your repayment. From what I'm seeing day to day, most people are going for variable. According to ABS data, an overwhelming 98.56% of new home lending in February was for variable loans. The only people that are really fixing at the moment are those that are really worried or really stretched if the rates are going to go up 1 or 2 times, or investors trying to lock in their return. But as the stats say, the majority of people right now are going for variable. The reluctance of people locking in a fixed rate is mostly due to the expectations that the interest rates will drop by the end of 2024. As the Reserve Bank's next interest rate decision approaches, all eyes are going to be on the major banks to see whether or not they're going to start cutting their fixed rates as well. If you're looking at a fixed rate, especially over the longer term, you definitely want to speak to a mortgage broker about the pros and cons of that. Speaking of, what are the pros and cons of fixing versus variable in the current market? Well, the advantage of a fixed rate is the predictability. Monthly repayments remain the same throughout the fixed rate term, 1 to 3 years, for example. But the negative is you lose flexibility. Oftentimes with the fixed rate, you don't get an offset account, you don't get redraw, and you're limited to making up to $10,000 a year in extra repayments. This varies from bank to bank, so you want to get your broker to check it out. There are also early repayment fees. So if you fix your rate for 3 years and you look to sell your property after 1 year, you could be paying 2 years worth of exit fees. The advantages of a variable rate are that extra flexibility. Variable rates often come with redraw and offset, meaning you can make unlimited extra payments, and if you want to refinance or sell early, you have that flexibility with no extra exit fees. The downside of variable, as we've seen with all the rate rises over the last couple of years, is all the fluctuations in interest rates and repayments. So NAB's rate cut is a bold move in a volatile market. Whether it's going to spark a bunch of other banks cutting interest rates remains to be seen. If you're not sure on what to do in the current market, if you fix or go variable, hit us up at Hunter Galloway. We're the home for home buyers across Australia. We help homeowners, investors, and refinancers with working out what the best rate and structure is going to be for you. If you want more info on this, hit us up at huntergalloway.com.au. Until next time, I'll see you later.